the latest military news update. This is AFP Community News, hosted by Rofh Suzon every 12 noon, Mondays to Fridays. Only here on DWDD Armed Forces Radio. One AFP for a stronger Philippines.
AFP warns public against fake photos of FA-50 crash. A longtime CPP-NPA member surrenders in Misamis Oriental. Comelec says printing of ballots now 80% complete. DepEd orders suggesting class schedules as temperatures rise.
Hello to everyone, especially to our troops at Camp Emilio Ginaldo in Quezon City. Today is Thursday, March 6, and this is AFP Community News, your source for your updates on the armed forces and other developments across the country. I am Rofh Suzon-Abay, here to bring you today's stories.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
And for the overview of our news, the Armed Forces of the Philippines has urged the public to be cautious of misleading images and videos circulating on social media. This comes after a viral photo claimed to show the recent FA-50 fighter jet crash in Bukidnon. However, AFP verified that the image was actually from a May 2022 incident involving a United States Air Force F-22 Raptor crash in Florida. The AFP acknowledged public concern over the crash but warned against spreading unverified information and emphasized the dangers of misinformation and disinformation.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
A longtime member of the Communist Party of the Philippines, New People's Army, surrendered to authorities in Misamis Oriental. Carlito Dahunay Lindahay, also known as Yama, from Balingasag, turned himself into 58 Infantry Battalion with the support of local government units and law enforcement. He had been with the CPP-NPA since 1991 and served as an education and propaganda officer from 2018 to 2021. His surrender was attributed to the 58 IB's intensified military operations and community engagement efforts. Authorities assured Yama of assistance through the Enhanced Comprehensive Local Integration Program and the Amnesty Program to help him reintegrate into society.
Armed Forces Radio.
From NOLCOM, let us hear some information from Joanne about NOLCOM supports National Women's Month and empowers women in leadership roles.
The Northern Luzon Command Armed Forces of the Philippines, led by Commander Lieutenant General Fernil G. Buca, Philippine Air Force, joined the AFP-wide simultaneous flag-raising ceremony on March 3, 2025 in observance of the 2025 National Women's Month. The event with the sub-theme Babae sa lahat ng sektor, aangat ang bukas sa bagong Pilipinas, highlighted the vital role of women in all sectors of society. NOLCOM continues to support gender equality and empower women, encouraging them to take on leadership roles within the organization and beyond. The troops also listened to the message of General Romeo S. Browner Jr., Chief of Staff of the Armed Forces of the Philippines, reinforcing the commitment of the Armed Forces to foster an inclusive environment where everyone, regardless of gender, can thrive and lead. Meanwhile, NOLCOM also champions women empowerment and reproductive health through a symposium on women empowerment and reproductive health in line with the National Women's Month 2025 celebration. Assistant Secretary Maria Monica C. Costales, Administrator of the Metropolitan Police Development Authority, highlighted the role of women in shaping communities and advancing social progress. Dr. Joanette V. Mendoza, Medical Officer 2 and Obstetrician Gynecologist of Camp Aquino Station Hospital, discussed key reproductive health issues, emphasizing awareness and access to health care. NOLCOM reaffirmed its commitment to fostering an inclusive and supportive environment, ensuring that women's contributions and well-being remain a priority. This is John Sagaok reporting from Northern Luzon Command for AFP Community News 1 AFP for Stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Joanne from NOLCOM.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
A communist terrorist group remnant voluntarily surrendered to the 12th Infantry Battalion, bringing an M14 rifle without the face serial number. Alias Renz, a former member of the RSDG Madias platoon under KR Panay, cited fear for his safety and the positive experiences of former rebels who received government aid as reasons for his surrender. The 12IB urged other CTG members to lay down their arms and take advantage of reintegration programs, including the Enhanced Comprehensive Local Integration Program and the Amnesty Program, to start a peaceful new life.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
Former rebels from the Cagayan Alliance for Peace and Development, along with government agencies, conducted a localized peace engagement in Alcala and Solana, Cagayan, to discourage insurgency and promote stability. Rizad D of CAPD and Capia Incorporated emphasized the initiative's goal of educating residents of the negative impact of joining rebel groups, ensuring Cagayan remains insurgency-free. Officials also introduced livelihood projects under the Sambayanan Agriculture Cooperative and discussed the reintegration programs for former rebels. Nearly 1,000 participants responded positively to the discussions.
Armed Forces Radio.
On the other line, let's hear more from Beth Tanyete about 53rd IB hosts Iftar to strengthen community ties in Pagadian City.
The 53rd Infantry Matapat Battalion organized and after a gathering in Barangay Tawagan, Sur, Pagadian City yesterday, fostering unity and cultural respect among Moro residents, local leaders and security forces. Former MILF Commander Talikop Marcaban and Barangay Captain Marianet Marcaban and Major Baharin Kamza joined the event. Around 450 Moro residents participated, reinforcing interfaith dialogue and social harmony. The 53rd IB reaffirmed as a commitment to inclusive peace and community-driven initiatives for regional disability and development. This is Beth Anieta reporting for the AFP Community News, one AFP for the stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Beth Tanyete.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
The 6th Field Artillery Battalion conducted an information drive on local absentee voting yesterday with Commission on Elections representative from Buldon, Maguindanao del Norte. The session educated 6th File personnel on absentee voting procedures, deadlines and requirements, ensuring they can participate in the upcoming elections despite deployment. COMELEC emphasized the importance of voting rights for military personnel, strengthening their engagement in the democratic process. The initiative reinforced collaboration between the military and COMELEC, promoting voter awareness and participation.
DWDD National News.
For our national news, the printing of 72 million ballots that will be used in the upcoming midterm elections is now at 80%. COMELEC Chairperson George Erwin Garcia said the agency will finish printing all the ballots between March 14 and 15. He admitted that the manual and machine verifications of each printed ballot could not catch up with the pace of printing, saying that the verification process would be completed by April. Ballots that were found to be defective would be reprinted immediately, and the defective ballots would be destroyed.
Armed Forces Radio.
Let us hear more from Mel Joy of First Year G about 5th ID opens WPS Gallery exhibit to the public.
Yes, Rofh, the 5th Infantry Division opened its door to public eager to witness the West Philippine Sea Gallery exhibit at Talahol. A total of 102 students and teachers from Emilio Aguinaldo National High School in Ramon Isabela, Ugad High School and Pangal Sur High School in Itiaga Isabela visited the campus part of their educational tour. The students expressed amazement at the exhibit, which features photographs of the country's coastal territories and highlights their significance to every Filipino. Each image in the exhibit exhibit presents international laws and rulings that define the country's maritime entitlements. It also showcases the natural resources that serve as a vital source of livelihood for many Filipinos. Aside from the West Philippine Sea Gallery exhibit, the students also toured the newly opened attractions within the camp, including the golf course, Tala Park, Scout Ranger Park, Special Forces Park, and Museum. For a wider audience, the West Philippine Sea Gallery exhibit will also be showcased and displayed on the following venues and schedules: SM City Kawayan on March 8 to 9, 2025, North Star Mall City of Iligan on March 22 to 23, 2025, and SM Tuguegarao on March 29 to 30, 2025. The 5th Infantry Division's initiative to open its facilities to the public aims to foster stronger relations between the military and the civilian community. This effort seeks to raise awareness of the soldiers' role not only in safeguarding peace and security, but also in promoting unity and national pride. This is Meljoy Nesho Arroco reporting for AFP Community News, 1 AFP for Stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Meljoy of First CRG.
DWDD National News.
The Department of Education has instructed its field offices and schools to take preventive actions to protect learners and teachers from rising temperatures. DepEd Secretary Sonny Angara said they are closely coordinating with their field offices to assess the situation in schools and determine the best course of action. Some of the measures implemented include adjusting class schedules, adopting alternative delivery modes, improving classroom ventilation, and ensuring access to hydration stations. Schools were advised to conduct morning sessions from 6 a.m. to 10 a.m. and allow asynchronous learning from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m.
DWDD National News.
President Ferry Marcos Jr. has enacted into law a measure that institutionalized the alternative learning route for Filipinos looking to earn their college degrees. Republic Act 12124, or the Expanded Tertiary Education Equivalency and Accreditation Program, paves the way for Filipinos to finish their college education for career advancement. The law will identify, assess, validate, and assign equivalent undergraduate level and special graduate programs of prior learning from formal, non-formal, and informal learning systems and relevant work experiences to qualified individuals for the grant of appropriate academic degrees. The Commission on Higher Education will serve as the lead agency in implementing the law.
Armed Forces Radio.
And more updates from Angel about 95th IB assists in Serbisyo Caravan in Cagayan.
Yes, Rofh, the 95th Infantry Battalion of the Philippine Army provided security and support during the Serbisyo Caravan in Barangay Masikal, Baggao, Cagayan. Led by Mayor Leonardo Patung and Vice Mayor Roel Gasmen, the event offered free medical consultations, dental extractions, haircuts, and circumcisions. The Philippine National Police, Bureau of Fire Protection, and local government offices also participated in delivering essential services. Residents warmly welcomed the initiative, while the 95th IB reaffirmed its commitment in assisting communities and ensuring peace and security in the region. This is Angel Cruz Camamot reporting for AFP Community News, 1 AFP for Stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Angel.
DWDD National News.
For other national news, Malacanang has revealed that a possible under-design might have caused the Cabagan-Santa Maria Bridge in Isabela to collapse. Palace Press Officer Undersecretary Claire Castro said, determining whether under-design was the real culprit of the incident will be part of the more intensive investigation of the Department of Public Works and Highways. She also said that the companies which own the trucks that pass through the bridge might also be held liable, as well as those individuals from the previous administration to present. The palace official then explained that 90% of its construction was implemented by the DPWH under the term of former President Rodrigo Duterte.
DWDD National News.
The EDSA bus carousel will remain operational amid EDSA rehabilitation. Palace Press Officer and Communications Undersecretary Claire Castro said the EDSA busway will continue its operation to benefit the commuters. The EDSA busway is reserved for buses, vehicles carrying the top 5 government officials, and vehicles responding to emergencies. The Department of Public Works and Highways has said that the EDSA bus carousel would be relocated to its adjacent lane and will return once the closed segments from the first lane are fully rehabilitated.
Armed Forces Radio.
From Solcom, let's hear from Jess about 88IB extends support to former NPA rebels for their child's baptism and Rizal.
Yes, Rofh, and continued efforts to reintegrate former New People's Army rebels into society, the 80th Infantry Steadfast Battalion of the Philippine Army successfully held a baptism ceremony on March 2, 2025 at its headquarters in Baras, Rizal. The event was attended by surrendered rebels, military personnel, and members of the religious sector led by Lieutenant Colonel John O. Geronimo, Division Chaplain of 2nd Infantry Division. The baptism, conducted in partnership with the St. Martin of Tours Church, symbolized not only the former rebels' spiritual renewal but also their commitment to a peaceful life. Lieutenant Colonel Mark Anthony Urubi, commander of the 80th IB, emphasized that this was a historic moment marking their transformation and return to the community. This successful baptism is part of the government's broader efforts to welcome former rebels back into society. With the continued cooperation of the military, local governments, and religious sectors, more individuals are expected to choose peace and unity, strengthening the nation's path towards lasting harmony. This is Jess from Solcom reporting for AFP Community News 1 AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Jess from Solcom.
DWDD National News.
For other development story, the Department of Public Works and Highways is fast-tracking the phased rehabilitation of Macapagal Boulevard in Pasay City to ease traffic congestion and improve the road conditions. DPWH said that repairs on the northbound section will continue until January 2026, while the southbound section is expected to be completed by October 2025. Motorists are advised to take alternate routes as some lanes will be temporarily closed during the construction period. DPWH South Manila District Engineering Office is expediting the rehabilitation process and aims to reopen lanes ahead of schedule to lessen public inconvenience.
DWDD National News.
Department of Trade and Industry Secretary Cristina Rofh cited the corporate recovery and tax incentives for enterprises to maximize opportunities for reinvigorating the economy or create more act to drive fresh investments from Japanese companies into the country. Rofh visited Japan from March 3 to 4 to meet Japanese business leaders. The DTI said this visit has resulted in 23.5 billion pesos worth of investment pledges from 4 companies. Rofh said Japanese firms expressed enthusiasm about collaborating with the government, inspired by the recent tax reforms and policy changes.
Armed Forces Radio.
Let us hear more updates from Gina about Philippine Army honors fallen FA-50 pilots' heroism.
Yes, Rofh, the Philippine Army extended its deepest condolences to the families of the 2 FA-50 fighter jet pilots who perished in the line of duty. Army spokesperson Colonel Louis de Maala acknowledged their vital role in providing close air support against communist terrorist group remnants in Bukidnon and Agusan del Sur. He emphasized that their bravery and sacrifice will continue to inspire the Army's commitment to peace, stability, and national development. This is Gina reporting for AFP Community News, 1 AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Gina.
DWDD National News.
Senator Sherwin Gatchalian hits the Bureau of Immigration for letting the 3 deportees who were alleged POGO bosses to shoulder the plane tickets that would send them back to their country. The 3 POGO's bosses reportedly disappeared and never made it to China. BI Intelligence Division Chief Fortunato Manahan Jr. explained that they initiated a dialogue with those who were captured to identify who could provide, shoulder, or purchase their tickets. He added that the agency has no funds for such. Gatchalian then disagreed, stating that BI has a budget for deportation. The senator even mentioned that their budget was increased along with the Presidential Anti-Organized Crime Commission to continue their crackdown against POGOs.
DWDD National News.
A fortified e-travel system for arriving and deporting international travelers was launched by the government. The enhanced e-travel system, developed by the Department of Information and Communications Technology in partnership with the Bureau of Immigrations, Commission on Filipinos, overseas and other government agencies, was designed to improve efficiency and security at exit ports nationwide. Immigration Commissioner Joel Anthony Viado said the initiative aligns with President Ferdinand Marcos Jr.'s vision of a more modern, efficient, and technology-driven government service. He also added that this ensures that both Filipinos and foreign travelers experience seamless processing while maintaining the highest standards of border security.
Armed Forces Radio.
And now some information from Spencer about Philippine Army hosts Corps 4 meeting to strengthen regional defense.
Rofh, the Philippine Army hosted the Corps 4 Technical Working Group 2-star level meeting in Taguig City, bringing together top military officials from the Philippines, United States, Japan, and Australia. Senior leaders including Major General Leovic Guined of the Philippine Army and counterparts from allied forces discussed enhancing interoperability and aligning military exercises to boost regional defense in the Indo-Pacific. Information sharing and mutual trust as the key to effective cooperations. Rofh, the next Corps 4 meeting is set for May 2025 in Hawaii during the LANPAC event. This is Spencer reporting for AFP Community News. One AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Spencer Ross.
Armed Forces Radio.
From our report on the ground, let us hear the report of Alili about Philippine Army probes explosion at Basilan Patrol Base.
Yes, the Philippine Army is investigating an explosion that injured 2 soldiers at the 45th Infantry Battalion's patrol base in Tipo-Tipo, Basilan. Initial reports indicate that Private Danny Boy Maravelas and Private Jolmer Alalag were burning dry leaves when a 40mm grenade launch round accidentally detonated. Both soldiers receive immediate medical attention and will be transferred to Camp Navarro General Hospital in Zamboanga City. The 101st Infantry Brigade has deployed an explosive ordnance team to clear the site and conduct a thorough investigation into the incident. This is Alali reporting for AFP Community News, one AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Thank you, Alali.
DWDD National News.
Senator Pia Cayetano wants an inquiry on the visa-related issues faced by Filipino athletes and their coaches. The senator said Filipino athletes as well as their coaches face visa problems when participating in international competitions, particularly in countries with stricter immigration policies. Cayetano added that complex and time-consuming visa application processes divert time from their schedules, which should be devoted to their training and preparation. She also emphasized the need to examine the current procedures of the government in assisting athletes to acquire visas and other necessary travel documents.
DWDD Armed Forces News.
And that concludes today's broadcast, and thank you for tuning in, especially to our audience on AFP Radio DWDD's Facebook page. Be sure to join and catch us again tomorrow for more stories and updates, same time and same station. Once again, this is Rofh Suzon-Abay for AFP Community News, one AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Behold the latest military news update. This is AFP Community News, hosted by Rofh Suzon every 12 noon, Mondays to Fridays. Only here on DWDD Armed Forces Radio. One AFP for a stronger Philippines.
Ito ang DWDD 1134 kHz AM. Balita, impormasyon at musika. Ito ang DWDD AFP Radio. Boses ng Kawal Pilipino.
Kayo ay nakatutok sa DWDD AFP Radio. Kami po ay kasapi ng KBP, Kapisanan ng mga Broadcaster ng Pilipinas.